Hello students, welcome to your computer classroom. So as in the previous classes we were discussing chapter 4, and in that we have seen how to generate queries, how to use criterias. In that we have seen wildcards. So before coming to the next topic, let us quickly revise the previous things. So till now, before report, we have covered about the queries, how to generate queries, how to find, how to apply some criteria in this. So here in the previous topics, as you can see, till now we have done how to use the different wildcards in the query. So wildcards are the asterisk or the question mark, means if you are using if we are using the criteria for combination of characters, so that is the asterisk. And if you are using a single uh, wildcard for a single letter or a single character, so for that we use the question mark. And we all know how to use this whenever we are specifying the wildcard, so we have to mention this in the criteria. Clear? So this way, whatever the data you are using, we have simply, suppose you have to select all the names which are starting from A, so you can mention as A star in the criteria, and when you will run the query, we get the desired result with all the records which is having the names with A. So the similar thing is given in the example of the book also. Then we have seen how to use the compound criteria using and or options. Then we have seen how to use the operators in these criteria. So suppose you have some numerical value and you want to get it get the result in the query, that whatever the numerical value it is there, you can specify with the greater than less than symbol. So suppose there are values, so you can write something like greater than 25,000. So all the records which are having the specific field in which the data is greater than 25,000 or whatever the number you want to write, so this way we can use the comparison operators. Clear? Like less than equal to, greater than equal to. So these are all the combination operators which can be used for the for specifying the criteria. Fine. Then let us erase this. Then we have seen how to sort the data in a query. So for that we have seen the primary sort key and secondary sort key. So primary sort key is whatever the first choice for sorting you want to, so that can be selected as the primary sort key, and then the secondary sort key is the second key for sorting, so that is also called as major and minor keys. So what are the steps to do the sorting? Here when you open the query design window, in this we have the sort option, and in this sort we can get the ascending descending options to choose from this drop down menu. So mm, whatever the sequence you want to use, we can use from the drop down here in the sort option. So this will give you the result sorted with that specific field, on the basis of that specific field. Clear? Then we have seen how to delete a particular field in a query. So for that, whatever the field you want to choose for deletion, select that and click the delete button. Clear? So this will delete. Or also we have one more option using which we can hide any particular column, any particular field can be made hidden, and for that we have the option here with the show, and this is having the checkboxes. So if you want to hide, what we have to do, we have to click on this checkbox so that it will be unchecked. Clear? So unchecked means that it will be hidden. Okay. After this, we have started the concept of report. So what is report? Report is a presentation or a display of a data, or which can be any table or the query data, which is more appealing, which is more presentable. Clear? And in this report, the data is given from the tables or the queries. So these, the source of these reports are called as report record source. And we have two terms in this. One is the page header, means at the top whatever the title of the report is, that is called as page header, and the other records which are available below that, they are called as the detail lines. We have seen all these things. Then we have seen how to create a simple report using the report tool. So whatever the table or the query you want to choose, select that object from this navigation area and click on the report button. Clear? So report button is present in the create tab, and when you click on this report tab, the report is generated. Clear? So this was the step. Let me show you quickly. So if I come to this software window, whatever the table you want to choose, so suppose I am choosing the student detail table, then go to the create tab, and in the create tab we have the report option. So if I click on the report, so this is the report which is generated. Clear? So here we have the title, you can see, and these are the field lines, the records which is present below that. Clear? So this way we can get the report generated simply by using the report button. Then we have other options also to create this report. That is, if you want to select data from more than one table, if you want to use the data from queries also, so that can be used. So second option is creating a blank report. So what a blank report is? So blank report, you can say that this will give you the opportunity to choose the fields from different tables, from different queries. So here we have the option to customize it. So how to create the blank report? Again we have to do the same thing. Select that uh, create tab, and in the create tab now we will get the blank report tool. Earlier we have clicked on the report, now we will choose the blank report tool which is present in the create tab. So when you will click this create tab, a new window will open. Clear? And at the right panel we have this different field list. So from this field list we can choose the different tables, and these tables have the plus symbol with that, and when you click on this plus symbol, all the fields which are present in those tables, they will be expanded. So now from these fields, whatever the field you want to choose in your report, we can drag them to this area. Clear? So let us see this. So if I come again to this, now let us close this report which is generated now. So if I close this, clear? So this is now closed. So now again what we are doing right now, we are creating a blank report. So what we have to do, we have to go to the create tab, and in the create tab we have the blank report option now. So click on this blank report, and when you click on this blank report, here we will get a blank area, and at the right we have the field list. Clear? So from this field, when you click on the show all tables, all the tables which are present in our database, that is here. So when you click on this plus symbol, all the tables and their fields will be expanded. Clear? So whatever the field we want to choose, we have to select that and drag to this blank area. Clear? So here you can see I have dragged the admission number. Clear? Then next is student name. So if I drag now the student name, you can see the student name is here in our report. So whatever the field you want to choose, select those fields. Okay, so we can also select by pressing the control tab, and for selecting multiple fields together. So this way as you can see I am pressing and clicking those fields together. So when all the fields which we are willing to use in our report, what we have to do, we have to select all those fields by pressing the control key, and then when there are multiple selections, again do the same step, that drag it to this blank area. Clear? So this way we can see that these fields are now part of our report. Clear? So this is the way of selection of the different fields in a blank report. Clear? So earlier we don't have, in the report option the whole fields were there, but now we have the option to choose from the specific table, or not only this, we can also use the other fields from another table. So suppose I am selecting the another table, that is address detail, and let us see if I drag it to this area. So if I bring it here, here we have another window also. So using this, whatever the field which we are willing to use from another table, that can be specified by this dialog box. Okay, so this was the step to generate the report using the blank report tool. Okay, now coming again to the textbook. So this was all the steps which we have just seen. For multiple selection, we can use the control key and then select all the things. Then we have seen this update your knowledge, that whatever the report which is generated, that is generated in a letter size with these size of the page, like 8.5 inch is the width and 11 inch is the length of the page. Clear? So this is about the specification of the report generated. By default we can also change it. This can be changed into any of the page size, as well as the uh, landscape and portrait mode can also be changed. Clear? So this is the specification. Now coming next is we were discussing about how to generate the report using report wizard. So earlier we have seen what was the use of wizard. Wizard is a approach to generate the reports or whatever the object we are creating, and in this we specify some inputs, whatever the options we choose in the dialog box, according to that the wizard help us to generate it. Clear? So what are the steps to generate this report wizard? First, go to the again to the create tab, and in the create tab we will get this uh, report wizard button. Clear? So earlier we have seen the report and blank report. Now we are clicking the report wizard option. So when you click that report wizard, this dialog box will open. Clear? And from this dialog box, whatever the table or the query which we want to choose, we can select from this drop down button. Clear? So we have this drop down, and then we can select this. Okay, let us do these steps first. So here we are. So this was the report generated using the blank report. Okay, now let us close this. We can save all of these reports which is generated. So if you are willing to save, we can save it. So if you don't, click on the no button. Now again come to the create tab and click on the report wizard. So when you click on the report wizard, a new dialog box will open. Okay, and here is the drop down, as you can see. So whatever the table or the query you want to choose, this can be chosen from here. So I am right now, let us choose a table. Now whatever the object we will choose, the field names of that table will be shown to you below this in the available fields area. So Again, what are the steps? If you want to select a single field, we can double click on that and it will be added in the selected field. Clear? Or you can use the double arrow and it will bring all the fields together. So this way we can move the specific fields from this available field to the selected fields area. So this was the step 1. We'll see, let us see further in the book also. So here you can see that after selecting the table or the query, the step was to select the fields, whatever the fields of that table we want to choose. Now when you have selected this, any of the field or all of the field, we have to click on the next button. Clear? So when you click on the next button, the dialog box will come to this view where you have to specify the group of the data. Clear? So to use a specific field to group data in your report, double click on the field you want to use. So whatever the field you want to choose for the group, you can choose by double clicking on the field. So this will make a group similar to this, and after this step again we will click on the next button. So let us come to our window. So here we are right now selecting the field. So suppose I want to select all the fields, so click on this double arrow button. So after this, come to the next. So here is the option to choose the group. So here you can see as the title, do you want to add any grouping levels? So we can make the levels. Suppose I want a student name. So if I double click on this, so here you can see there is one more group which is created. So earlier the below is this and this one is the top. So these are the groups which is created. Okay, now if you want few more groups, you can select from this and this will be done. After this, again we have to click on the next button. Come again to the book first. So when you click the next button after this group selection, the window will give you this options. Step number 9, to sort records of the table in the report, click on the down arrow button in this area. Clear? So if you're willing to sort the records, what we have to do, we have to click on the down arrow button, which is this drop down menu, or you can say the drop down button. Clear? So this will give you the option for sorting. Then step number 10, click on the field you want to use to sort the records. So whatever the field you want to choose for sorting, on the basis of which the sorting is required, we have to select that specific field from here, from the drop down. Then click on the next button to continue. We also do this. So if we come again to the window, so the grouping was done. Now click on the next button. So this is the option for sorting. So whatever the field you want to choose, let us suppose we want to choose the admission number. So if I select here admission number, then we have the option for choosing ascending, descending. So we can do from here. So if you click on the descending, right now it is descending. If you click on the ascending, it will become to ascending or descending. So the order can also be chosen, and this admission number which is right now, this is the field which is chosen for the sorting key. Means this key is the, as we have seen, the major key and minor key for the sorting. So this is the key for sorting. Okay, now next, if you'll click the next button, now we will get this, the layout option. So whatever the layout you are willing to choose, you can see on step number 12, that click on the radio button of the layout option to select the layout for the report. So here we have the different layouts, and another is the orientation. So whatever the layout and orientation you want to choose, that can be chosen. So when you are done with this, again step number 14 is click on the next button and continue. So after that it will ask you a name to choose for your report, and then click on the finish button. So let us do these steps. So here we are with our table. So we have selected the sorting key, and after that click on the next button. So here is the different layouts. What are these? In the layouts we have stepped, block and outline. So let us see. You can see the preview of this in this yellow area also. So if right now it is stepped, let us click on the block. So here you can see the layout is changing. Clear? So according to the layout you will choose, this preview window will indicate. Now we have the orientation and landscape. So as I have told you, portrait is when the page is like this way, when the length is more and the width is less. If you rotate this page, as you see also the different scenery or the images which we use to decorate on the wall. So this is the landscape orientation and this is the portrait orientation. So it depends on your data that it will be more better to be represented in portrait or landscape that we can choose. Clear? So these are the two orientation for your report which you want to select. Clear? So let us select this as a landscape or portrait, whatever the data it will give you. So choose this, then click on the next button. So here it is talking about the name of the report, whatever the title. Here is the title which we want the report to be generated. So here let it be the student detail is the title of the report. Okay, then after this click on the finish button. Clear? So when you click on this finish button, you will see a print preview of this. Okay, come again to the page here. So here you can see after we have selected the title, written the title and all the layouts of that, then this gives the print preview of the report which we have generated. So SS creates the report and displays the report in the print preview mode. Print preview mode means when you will print that page, so whatever will the view of that, the same will be displayed to you in the print preview mode. So print preview mode shows the report exactly as it will be printed. It shows page margins by simulating the edges of the page of the paper on the screen. You cannot edit the report in the print preview. So whatever the report which is right now generated, this is in the print preview mode with all the page border and the margin area. So this all will be there. And as this is the print preview mode, we cannot modify or edit any of these options. So next let us read the update your knowledge also. So if we come to update your knowledge, when you open a file from an untrusted location, security warning appears. One way to avoid this problem is to save your SS database files in a trusted locations. So by default your documents or my document folder is trusted. You can also set up other trusted locations. So this is a precautionary way. So whenever we are opening a file from any of the locations, so some security warning appears. So to avoid this problem, what we can do, whenever we are saving our database file, we can save our file to some trusted location, to any of the folders or like your document or my document folder which we make. So there we can save the folders. Otherwise, if it will be any untrusted location, we will get some security warnings while opening those files. The file format, next is the file format used in SS 2007 to 2016 is not backward compatible with earlier versions of the SS. So whatever the file which we are creating with the Microsoft SS using these latest versions like 2007 to 2016, so this will not be backward compatible. Backward compatible means we will not be able to open this in the previous software versions like 2003 or 2000. Clear? So these were all the previous versions of the Microsoft. So in those softwares or those versions of the MS Access, we will not be able to open the new created versions like 2007 to 2016. So these are not the backward compatible. So this is the meaning of this sentence. I hope this is clear. Now we have completed the explanation. So let me come to once again to this print preview area. So here you can see that whatever the preview which we have generated, clear. So this is right now available to us. So for each of the name, it may appear that the orientation of the page, if you want to change, so this all according to your data, this can be chosen. So here also we have the option for whatever the data which is present, like portrait, landscape. So this you can see in this print preview area. So if I click on the landscape, this will change like this. Clear? Then column, here the few of the settings we can do, means the number of columns or the spacing of those, so that can be changed from here for the options which you have already chosen. I hope this is clear. So this is the page 1, and is there any page 2? I don't think. Page 1. So yes, we have that much of data, that is why we are having. If you have more data, so that will be break in number of pages. Okay, so this is all the step which we have seen for creating the report using the report wizard. Okay, now in the next class we are going to discuss the exercises of this chapter. Let us do the objective questions at least, and the remaining questions we will discuss in the coming class. So first question here, I hope you have also tried to do these questions, so you can match your answers whether they are correct or not. So first question is a question represented in a way that SS can understand. So we all know the term for the questions in the Access, the term is query. Yes, correct. Clear? So query is the term which is related to the questions which the Access can understand for any of the databases. Then B, the shortcut key to save a query. So what is the shortcut key to save a query? Yes, it is Control plus S. Clear? So this is the shortcut for saving any query. Question C is query used to display the records that have same values for one or more specified fields. Clear? So we have seen that there are three terms: simple query, unmatched query, and duplicate query. So here it is talking about similar value. Clear? So when it is talking about similar value, it means that they are duplicate query. Clear? Whenever we are displaying the records which are having same value, so it means the values are duplicate. So by this term we can relate that this is the talking about duplicate query. Next is while sorting one or more than one field, the more important field is called. So we have seen that for sorting the fields we have used major key and minor key. So it is talking right now about more important field. So if it is something more important, it means it is major key. So answer will be major key. Clear? Then question number E, the way of displaying data from a query or a table in an appealing way is known as. So we have just seen that the displaying, when we are displaying the data from the query or the table, so for displaying the thing we generate the reports. Clear? So report is the appealing representation. So the answer will be report. Our next question is question number F, the two special wildcards. So the two special wildcards for the query provided by SSR. So we have seen that what are the two wildcards. So what are these? The two wildcards are asterisk and question mark. So the answer is option 2. Okay, so you can pause the video or you can take a screenshot for noting the answers together. So in the next class we will do the other questions, filling the blanks and question answers. So whatever the topics which we have covered till now, go through them all, and whatever the queries and questions you have, we will discuss in the online class. Okay, so thank you everyone, and try to complete the other questions, like you can try the remaining questions of the exercise. Let us meet in the next class with the further new topics. Thank you everyone.